episode 20. Today we have an amazing woman. She is a mother, a leader in the influencer community, and a mental health advocate. She's here to tell us today about her story and her journey and how she got to where she's at today. Please help me welcome the founder of the Imani Group, Miss Imani.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello. So happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Okay, I'm like really excited. I was telling you earlier, I was like, I just want to jump into the questions already. But so today I just want you to feel comfortable enough to, tell your story, tell us, everything you take on, because there's some things that you've told me that I saw that I didn't really know about. So I'm really interested just to, know more about you and let everybody get to know you beyond like what you would just post on social media. So tell us a little about the Imani Group and how that got started and what does it all consist of?
Well, I'm super proud of the Imani Group because it's really just the avenue that I can help a lot of content creators. Mm-hmm. And it started because of my legal background. And I had so many of my friends, just real life, authentic friends who were influencers who needed my help negotiating contracts and doing mediation with various brands. So they would create the content and fulfill their part of the contract, but they weren't being paid. Or the business would say, well, you were supposed to do this and you didn't do it, so we're not paying you. So there were just all of these little disputes that were going on. And I was always, hey girl, can you help me? I say, of course I can help you. Let me do my lawyer voice and type up something for you. So I just realized that there was really a need in our influencer content creator community for some sort of representation. And it's something as easy as just mediation and negotiation. Mm-hmm. So I was able to kind of create that little niche and help a lot of my girls. And so I said, you know what, let me help more and actually start a business doing this. So I do mediation for content creators and influencers with their brands and with PR companies and with local businesses. And then I also do influencer events, which is my favorite part because that's the fun part. No legal things going on there. It's the
just
fun part.
A good time.
Yes. So I do influencer events also, and I work with local PR companies and local businesses to do that.
Beautiful. Okay, so I want to touch back on the Imani Group because influencing and content creation is like new in the market. A lot of creators do it because they enjoy it or because it's a hobby or they just want free things or, be a part of a community, but they don't take into consideration all the legal work that should go behind that because it's so new,
right?
And then I also don't think that they always get the respect because it is so fresh and it's a new way of like marketing. So companies are probably like, oh, they're just doing a video or like, there's rights behind that, copyrights and everything. So I have not met anybody that does what you do. So that's amazing, especially in the community. Houston's a huge city. There's so many creators, there's so many influencers, so many brands, businesses. So that's really needed. So that's amazing. I did not know that we needed all of that behind us.
It truly is because there's so much that goes into it. And if a creator puts out a reel, there's so many legal aspects behind it. Okay, who owns the material? Because you're utilizing like the actual brands. You're utilizing their content, their actual product, their product. But it's your content that you're creating, but it's based on the product. So sometimes the brand is saying, well, it's my product, so I have full rights to it, but it's actually for the creator. Because they created the entire, the content around it. And so there are always these little battles that are going on. And then you also have to think about the time duration. And sometimes as a creator, if something sort of expires on your feed, you have every right to delete it. But then the brand might circle back and say, wait a minute, you're in violation of your contract. You deleted it too quickly. And that's where I come in because the duration has actually been a lot of the source of a lot of disputes. And that's where I come in and say, okay, let's look at your initial contract. Some of my creators will say, Imani, I didn't have a contract. They just DM'd me and I agreed to go in. And I'm like, okay, that's where the fun starts. So then we really have to get into it and do some serious mediation to really go over the expectations of each party. And so now I coach my creators and I let them know, make sure that the expectations are set before you even go out to the location. Make sure that each party has clear expectations because otherwise you're going to need me more. And I don't want you to need me. I want you to just, everybody to get along and have a great time. But unfortunately,
so do you also do it for the businesses and brands? Like
I
teach
do.
them how to write the contracts and what are the do's and don'ts when it comes to working with like creators?
I do. So when I work with the actual agencies and the brands and the local businesses, I do more of the paperwork for them.
Nice.
So I do more of the drafting of the contracts and making sure that I'm negotiating properly on both parties. And a lot of local businesses, like you said, this is a very new marketing technique. So a lot of local businesses don't understand the amount of time and effort that creators put into their work. So they will expect a simple trade when they're offering kind of minimal.
Yeah.
And so,
free.
right. Like, okay, you get a free plate of tacos and you want them to come in and do 3 reels. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I am sort of the voice of reason for a lot of the local businesses who are new to this marketing style.
Oh, that's so
good. I'm
good.
able to kind of let them know and explain to them, hey, listen, we actually work a lot. This is our job. So, coming in, let's raise the bar a little bit. Let's offer more and decrease the expectation of the deliverables. So that way everybody's kind of happy.
Okay, so decreasing the deliverables. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you do have like local businesses that are mom and pop shops that probably don't have the funding. So how do you exceed or really favor the creator, and making sure that their experience is not just a plate of food?
Yes, so something like that. And that's the hard part because I want all of my creators to be paid. In a perfect world, every single one of my creators would be paid. I love it. But, it's just not the reality. And especially if you're just starting out and you're like under a certain amount of followers, it's just the reality of the situation. So usually in a situation like that, I will negotiate to decrease deliverables. So that way the creator has 100% creative control over it. And the business can't really tell them what they want, what angle, what they want to shoot, and it's like all these
deep.
Girl, it gets deep. So I will usually do the decrease deliverables and then have them increase, at least say, can they bring 2 friends instead of a +1? So, can they bring 3 friends and make it a brunch like party, a girls party instead of just themselves, and decrease. So that way the creator's happy, they feel that they're receiving value, but also the business is receiving value and possibly more content.
Wow. That is so good. Yeah. I'm going to take note of a lot of that stuff because I have a digital, like a social media agency, and I have a client that's like a local restaurant.
Yes.
And I keep it very simple. Like, you get food, you bring whoever you want, come at any time you want. All we need is whatever you want to give. If it's stories or if it's like you have full creative control. And I know because I play both sides. Like I am a creator as well. Yes. I'm a micro creator. Like a micro, I don't like to say influencer, but a micro creator. And I kind of do it because it's a hobby and I enjoy it. But I love helping people like produce their own content and get their contracts and stuff like that too. And businesses. But I did not know a lot of the stuff that you're saying. So I like to be able to see both ends. Like, yes, we can help the business, but we also have to nourish the community, and grow those relationships with the foodies. Because in this case, they're foodies. And I did reach out to like a couple of foodies and I'm like, what are do's and don'ts? Like, I don't want to pitch to people and it's just like not gonna favor them in the collaboration,
Right.
So I'm taking note of a lot of things that you're saying. Have you ever hosted like classes or coaching, or would they be able to go about that if they are creators?
So to be honest with you, I do one-on-one. I really thrive with one-on-one coaching. I have not even tried to do a larger setting, or maybe perhaps I should try or do an online class or something like that. But I do one-on-one consultations with creators, and it's been very, very beneficial for them. And it makes me happy because I want us all to thrive so badly. Because there's enough out there for us all to do well, Yes.
And then Houston's huge.
Yes,
like,
it's exactly. Huge. And then we support each other, and I think it's wonderful. Yes. So my one-on-one that's where I really thrive.
Awesome. That is amazing. So let's talk about Wise HTX.
Yes.
How did that come about, and how has it been being able to manage so many creators in the area and taking on all these like events and collaborations and just building those relationships?
Well, it's been wonderful. I'll never forget my first interview with Wise HTX. I didn't know that it was an actual interview. And I remember I called my mom. I said, Mom, I think I just did a job interview. She's like, what? I was like, I have no idea what just happened. So I just moved to Houston from Louisiana. I was here maybe about, I don't know, like 8 or 9 months. But I was, I had a lot of personal issues. And so I was stress eating a lot. So I was going to like 3 restaurants a day.
Oh my goodness.
Just stress eating in my own like personal life. But I love taking photos of food. So I would take photos of food and post it, but I was at like 3 fine dining establishments a day. Oh, so people were like, who is this random girl like eating all these, you know, at all these restaurants? And so people started messaging me and asking me for advice and like recommendations. And I'm like, y'all, I'm not even from here. Like, why are you asking me this? I don't know. So then I started knowing. And so I started kind of giving recommendations. So I got a good following. And that's whenever the Wise Company reached out to me. And at the time, their major markets were New York and Atlanta. Atlanta was huge. And so they reached out to me and asked if I wanted to kind of be a part of the group. And I said, sure, I'll be a part of the group. I didn't expect to be the lead. Yeah. So then after I had this really long conversation that I was like, I think that was like an interview. They offered me the position to be the lead for Wise HTX. And I was like, you guys know I'm not from here though. Like, are you sure you want me? Like, I was talking them out of it. They're like, no, Imani, we think you'd be good because you have the perspective of not being a local. So other people wouldn't feel threatened. They would want to come to the group because if the leader isn't even from here, you know, it would just kind of open it up a bit more, make it more of a community.
So many people moving here from everywhere.
Yes, exactly.
So that makes perfect sense.
It was perfect. So I said, you know what? If the universe gives me an opportunity, I just say yes. So I said yes, and now here we are.
Awesome. What's been like your favorite event that you've gone to or hosted?
Okay, my absolute favorite event was with DR Delicacy and Best Regards. Okay. It was absolutely elite. It was beautiful. We had caviar, champagne, cocktails. All the girls, we had the best time. Everyone was just so beautiful and glamorous. And I'm a big caviar, like, can I say the word whore? I'm a caviar whore. So anything with caviar, I was super excited. I think that was one of my favorites. And then also we did a huge Halloween party with Houston City Bus Tours.
Oh, I did see that.
Oh my God. That one, it was just, you got this sense of community. Everyone was there in their costumes that just represented their own personality. We were drinking and eating. We had the whole tour. It was beautiful. And the weather was perfect. That was like really... That was a really fun one.
That's so awesome.
There were so many. It's hard to say, but...
Those are your top 2.
Yeah, those definitely.
And what's like your dream collab? Like if you could say, I want to collab with this company.
Oh my God, Louis Vuitton. They would never touch me.
Don't say that. You just never know.
Yeah, that would be my dream. Can I say Johnny Depp? I mean, he'd be my dream collab, technically.
Yeah, okay. Louis Vuitton, that's huge.
Girl, that would be my absolute, like, I mean, it's never going to happen, but I swear.
But what if they have like a pop-up and they're like, okay, we're going to do it. You know, they had one, a pop-up at the Post.
I know. And I was
randomly.
at a BMW event whenever, I know. My biggest, I don't regret a lot except meeting my ex-husband. But a second regret would be doing the BMW event over the Louis Vuitton at Post. Because I'm still undecided. Yeah. I'm still like, what should I have done? Yeah. But I can always do Louis Vuitton in Paris. Yes. But that BMW event was once in a lifetime. Yeah. So
BMW, I just seen that they had a Mercedes one. Not too long ago, I think. Or Lexus? It was one of those two.
I crossed over. I was in Mercedes since 15. So I've been in the MB family for, I'm not going to say how many years, but a lot of years. So I recently crossed over to BMW, Momentum BMW. And let me tell you, freaking fantastic. Wow. It's been absolutely amazing. And so I chose to go to the BMW Women in Motion. It's all about women supporting women, empowering. So it was fabulous. So my dad was like, you better go to BMW. I'll send you to Paris to Louis Vuitton. I'm like, well, Dad, if you're paying, I'm going to say yes. Thank you.
You can't pass it up. So you're going to get both.
Exactly.
That's so awesome. Okay. Yeah. So let's shift a little bit over to another topic that I wanted to talk to you about, which is motherhood. Yes. That's always fun to talk about. I am not a mother, but I love hearing mothers like journeys and just how they mother and their experience, the highs, the lows. Because I admire to be a mother one day. So I love being able to see everybody's like testimonies and perspectives and experiences. So I'm really excited to hear motherhood because yours is a very surprising, very different. So tell us a little bit about how much you enjoy and just how motherhood has been for you.
Well, first of all, you're going to be a great mom. I can already tell. You're going to be amazing and beautiful.
Thank you.
So my motherhood journey was very surprising. So on a Monday morning, it was my last semester of law school. And basically, once you get to your 3L year, you know you're going to graduate. Yeah. So I was kind of just coasting. I was going to NYU for taxation to get my LLM in taxation. So I was like, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to New York. I'm going to live my best, Sex in the City life, right? Yeah. I was so excited. So then one Monday morning, I go to get my gallbladder scanned because I'm supposed to get it taken out. So I had to do my pre-op. So they're doing my ultrasound, and the nurse touches me on my hand and she says, "Sweetheart, do you know that you're with a child?" I will never forget those words. And I was like, "Excuse me, with who?" Like, oh my goodness. So she did the ultrasound. She said, "You're 36 weeks pregnant." And I was like, "Oh,
how many months is that?"
Exactly. I'm horrible in math, right? So I'm trying to on my fingers, count 36. So basically I was due any day. And so 3 days later, I gave birth to a very handsome, very healthy baby boy.
Stop. Yeah. You only hear about this stuff in TV.
Yeah.
But how? I don't know.
I should have been on that show. I didn't know I was pregnant. Remember that show back in the day?
They wouldn't show till they were about to give birth.
Yeah. And I had these little chicken legs, but my stomach was still big. And I was like, oh, I'm just bloated because I eat a lot of food. No big deal.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah. So I had a 3-day pregnancy. Yes.
And then everything started.
Everything changed. My entire life changed when I held my baby boy.
So how did your plans shift and what did that transition look like?
So instead of having a NYU, New York City, Sex in the City life, I opted for a Louisiana Cajun woman, wife, stay-at-home mom life.
Oh gosh, that's a big difference.
Huge difference. So my friends teased me because I decorated my condo. I still had Sex in the City furniture. It was all white and gold. It was freaking fabulous. So they're like, "Imani, you have a child now. You can't have white furniture." I was like, "Are you kidding me? I'm not sacrificing my whole life. At least let me have my furniture, right?" And my baby was he's very, very perfect, good, clean baby. He never messed up anything. Yeah. It was wonderful. So I completely became just a total housewife, stay-at-home mom. I cooked all day, every day. I entertained. I loved it. Yeah. I became like a domestic goddess. I went into my domestic goddess phase. And love that. I miss it sometimes. I'm not going to lie. I do miss it. Mm-hmm. It was wonderful.
Awesome. Do you want to tell us a little bit about how you went from Louisiana to Houston?
Divorce. Oh. Yeah. So I went through, my son's father and I got married, and I stuck it out as long as I could. And so I went through my own divorce, and that's kind of the thing that prompted me to move over to Texas. Houston. Yes. Okay. So
welcome to Houston.
Thank you. I love it. Houston's been good to me. Yay. My mom was living here at the time, and she and I are super close. We're like best friends. Aww. We are best friends. Yes. And so she was already here. And my ex-husband, I've been in an abusive relationship. And so my mother actually picked me up from the hospital in Louisiana, picked me up from the hospital, checked me out. And I moved to Houston with my purse. Wow. Period. I had all my son's belongings. I packed everything up for him, all his things and his medicine. And I moved with my purse. And in the dead of night, my mom brought me to Houston, and she was like, "You're not going back." And I said, "You know what? I don't want to."
Yeah. Congrats.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I have tissue.
Thank you, boo.
Yes. You're so strong.
Thanks. Houston's been good to me, though. It's been good.
Yeah. I can tell. Yeah. I'm glad Houston has been good to you because you deserve that change.
Thank you.
You deserve that peace.
Thank you.
You deserve that.
You're peace. Deserving. Oh, my God.
There's
I never
no
knew
amount
it
of money you can put on peace.
I did. My mom kept
Yes.
telling me, she was like, honey, whenever you just like, you have to find your peace, find your peace. I never understood what she was talking about until I actually had that peace and freedom. And I was like, wait a minute, this is what
good.
it feels
Yeah.
like. Okay, let me sit down with a glass of champagne. I'm enjoying
Yes.
it.
And take it all in.
Yes.
And, you know, now you're showing up for yourself and your child and you're reinventing yourself. There's nothing wrong with starting over and reinventing yourself. Not like completely to that, you know, anything crazy, but, you know, establishing just who you deserve to be, you know, especially for your son.
And finding who you are.
Yes, because sometimes we get so caught up in relationships. It doesn't even have to be like an intimate relationship. It could be friendships. It can be any type of relationship. We get so caught up in what all that consists of when sometimes
and what
we forget.
they want to do. I was fishing. I was out there in tennis shoes fishing.
Look at you now.
Right? I'm like, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just doing it all for them.
Right? And now you do it
So
for
now I get to be
yourself.
me. Yeah.
I love that for you. You're deserving of that.
Thank you.
And I know your son's so proud of you.
Oh my gosh. He says, so I have this Mother's Day card that he wrote for me last year. It's pinned on my wall. And it says, thank you, Mom, for taking me to all the fun places.
So it's like, do you take him to events and stuff with you?
So we have a rule. Anything that's 21 and up, he can't go to.
Okay.
Anything that's not 21 and up, he's my plus one.
I love that.
If he's in the mood, he's my plus one. So he knows.
Oh my
I get to take him to all these amazing places and restaurants, and his little palate is so developed.
Wow. And he's going to not forget any of that. He's going to grow up being like, my mom did all this with me, all those memories he gets to take, like keep with him, you know? So beautiful.
And I take him with me to get hair done, nails done, lashes. So ladies, you know, whenever he's dating your daughter, he's going to be a good man. He'll be a proper gentleman. He'll wait for her to get her lashes done and pay for them. He knows the ways of the world.
Okay, you're raising him right.
Exactly.
Yes. Aw. What does he like to do, or like what's he into right now?
Legos. Oh my gosh, we just did a Lego overhaul at the house. Probably about $3,000 worth of Legos.
Oh my god.
We donated because he has so many.
Yeah.
So he's in the 18 and up sets.
Okay.
So it's not the fun stuff anymore. It's not the,
Like
$60
the
boxes. It's the $300 boxes.
Wow.
And he can go through one in about 4 to 5 hours.
Wow, that's good. He's not an iPad kid then.
No. I had to take it away.
Yeah.
I
Balance.
had to take it away. He was getting too, he wasn't being socially developed, and he was getting too much in the zone in that world. And I wanted him to enjoy life. And, having the iPad is fine. Like I'm not knocking any mom who does it. It's wonderful. But personally, I just wanted him to interact more. And especially when we're doing like restaurant collabs and things like that, I want him to talk to me about the food and develop his vocabulary and just kind of have him.
Yeah. That's good. Okay, I said iPad kid. I didn't mean like to bash. I'm like, I'm not a mom. I don't know if that's offensive or not. But I say it because I have 2 siblings, and I tell my mom, like, you have to limit their screen time.
Yes.
Like, let them go outside, let them run, let them do something else besides just being on the phone.
And that's what
she's just now understanding why that's so important, you know?
Yes. It's not like back in our days. We were outside.
Yes, or coloring books, or like playing with my Barbies, reading books, like magazines. Like, I was a big book girl, you know? I did like playing PlayStation every now and then, but no, like I was a coloring book, and the boys were always outside. I did not like getting outside, being dirty. I was like an in-home girl, and I was just like, oh, the boys are out there being bad and doing where they knock on the door and then they run off. Oh my God. I'm like, don't do that. We're gonna get in trouble. I was always so scared.
So wait, what was your favorite Barbie set?
My favorite Barbie. I was a Bratz girl.
You're a Bratz.
I was a Bratz girl.
I was a Barbie girl.
I loved Barbie, but when Bratz came, it literally
they
took
were
a toll.
fabulous.
Yes.
Bratz were like the popular kids. Yes. Once they came out, they were like the cool kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you would know you'd get them because the box, like for Christmas when they would wrap it, they had a certain shape to the box. It was like a weird triangle.
Diamond thing. Yes.
So I was like, oh my God, I got a Bratz doll. But yeah, I was a Bratz baby. And I didn't let go. This is a funny fact. I didn't stop playing with Barbies till I was like 14. It was like the summer before high school. My mom was like, you got to let it go. Aww. And I was like, you're right. Let's go give them away. Let's go give them away to somebody that wants them. It was like a whole backpack filled. But yeah, I was definitely, I was a kid.
I love that.
Yeah. Yes. So I wanted to talk to you about mental health and what does it look like whenever you're an advocate for mental health? What all does it consist of?
Being an advocate for mental health consists of honesty.
Okay.
I mean, that's like the main thing. And that's the hardest thing because a lot of us want to, I mean, you know, we live in a world of social media. We want to portray our best selves. We always want to put our best foot forward. Who doesn't? Even if you go on a first date, you want to put your best foot forward.
Yeah.
So being a true advocate for mental health really consists of being honest and being transparent and letting people know, like, hey, I might be smiling right now, but I just finished crying in the car for 10 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
And just being honest and vulnerable.
Yeah.
And really letting people know you're not the only one who's suffering. I'm suffering too.
Yeah.
And we can all kind of support each other. And even if we don't make each other smile, we can at least be a safe space for each other to talk to.
Well, I applaud you for that because that takes a lot of guts. I was actually just talking to one of my really good friends about that too. We went for a walk at the park, and I was talking about how it's so easy to always put out the good. And like when you're in the midst of like the wilderness and you're trying to navigate things and figure things out, you don't want to talk about that stuff in the moment. You always want to glorify like what happened at the end and how the outcome was so great at the end, you know? So for the people online that do share their what they're going through in the moment, like I applaud that because it's not easy. That's something I definitely don't even know how to do, you know? But I did see one of your posts that you were super transparent about, if you don't mind touching on that, which was about your eating disorder. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. If you're open to talking about that,
Sure.
like when did you become aware of that and how do you navigate that?
So it started about 9 years ago, almost 10 years ago. And I honestly didn't become aware of it until my therapist brought it out to me.
Yeah.
I thought, for some reason, I always just thought that I was just managing my weight. And that's what I told myself. Like, it's, you know, you're just stressed out and you're eating a lot. But I mean, like, I would order from 3 different restaurants on DoorDash. And well, we didn't have DoorDash back then because it was 10 years ago.
Like delivery.
Yeah, but I had the delivery service. I'd have like 3 different restaurants and I'm literally gorging and eating. It's okay. You're just stressed out. You know, you're just stressed out. And then I would go and purge. And I'm like, it's okay. You're just managing your weight. You just don't want to keep the calories. It's okay. So I always told myself I was just stressed and managing my weight. So I never really let it become a thing until my family started noticing an increase of I would leave the dinner table and I would have to go to the restroom to purge. And they were like, you can't keep throwing up like this. What are you doing? And I said, I lied to them and I said I had acid reflux. So for that got me by for a few years. And I said, hey, I have acid reflux. And they're like, oh, poor thing, she has acid reflux. But literally I was forcing myself.
Wow.
And finally my therapist, well, one of my family members said, hey, you don't have acid reflux. I see your trend. And this is not safe and we need to address this. And so I actually went to therapy for it. And that's whenever I actually realized, oh, wow, you know what? I need to stop being Delulu. I'm really not okay. And I need help to address this. And unfortunately, so many years have passed to where it has taken such a horrible toll on my health today as we speak. I've done so much damage to myself.
Sorry.
Really bad. So that's something that I do try to talk about. And not so much because, you know, it's kind of gross. Nobody wants to hear about somebody purging all the time.
No, it's okay.
But it is something that, you know, I don't want other women to have to go through that. And it was all about me just like maintaining my weight. You know, I was like at my heaviest, I was 215 pounds and I was so depressed and I had a rough childhood growing up being big in a beautiful family. It was difficult for me. And so I never wanted to gain it back. So I went to more extreme measures. And I don't want other women to have to do that.
I applaud you for for being transparent and being honest.
It's still hard, girl. Even to this day, it's hard. It's still hard. Like when I go to dinner and I'm like, I want to eat everything, but my mind is like, girl, you better go to the bathroom. You know? And I'm like, I have to talk myself into holding food down.
Wow.
I literally have to sit there and say, and my family will look at me and they're like, are you okay? Are you? I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And I just let me breathe and talk myself into holding my food down because after a few years, it became automatic. You don't even have to try anymore.
It was a habit.
Yeah. Your body just knew what to do.
Yeah, wow.
And so now I have to talk myself into not automatically throwing up and just holding it down. And then when I do that, I feel bad and I have that self-loathing. So then I don't want to eat at all for like 3 days. And I'm like, well, you know what? I ate so much at dinner. So maybe if I just fast for 3 days, you know, it'll kind of even itself out. It's really bad.
Yeah.
And I'm still in therapy for it. So
good. I applaud you for that. And it takes a lot to even admit that, because when you were telling that story, it reminded me of my mom, because my mom was, I didn't know what bulimic was until I got to like, I was like in a class in high school, and they were it was like life skills, and they were teaching us about everything, like STDs and sex, and like they were teaching us about everything. And one day they were just like, "Oh, let's talk about like eating disorders," and all you would think about is like anorexic, right?
Yes.
And they started explaining like bulimic, and I was like, "Oh, I think my mom's bulimic," like, and she suffers from severe depression, and it was just like the list was going on, and I was like, I never told her because my mom I was scared of my mom growing up. So I couldn't just be like, oh, you're bulimic. Like, you know, but as I got older, I was like, yeah, like you went through that. And she's like, yeah, I didn't know that had a name to it. And the same thing happened where one of her family members like caught on to it and was like, you need to stop doing that. And she was like, that's when she had like, and she had a boyfriend at the time too that told her the same thing. Like, you need to stop taking like laxatives, and you need to stop taking all these teas and like forcing yourself to like, you know, get rid of it. And like, you know, and I think once I got older, she stopped. She doesn't do it now, but it took that like rude awakening of people catching onto it and like telling her to stop. I honestly never talked to her about how she stopped. I'm actually going to talk to her about that when I see her the next time. We're an open book now. Like we can talk about things and stuff. So yeah, she's come a long way. So you just watching you like talk about that, like I was just thinking of my mom the whole time, and just everything that like it's tough. It's not easy. And I can't imagine like having that self-guilt, you know, sometimes of like doing the wrong thing, and it's just kind of like second nature. It gets like to a point where it's just a habit, because that's what she was saying. Like, and we would hear her and I would be like, yeah, that's not normal.
It's
you know,
embarrassing how many of my loved ones are just immune to me throwing up. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I could just walk out and they will just hear me, and it's like nothing. Oh, the conversation continues. Everybody's still going on, and I just come back and sit down. It's embarrassing how normal it had become.
Wow. Like they just knew.
Yeah, it was just a thing.
So did you have like an accountability partner at any point? Or like is your therapist?
My therapist,
okay.
yeah. Once I started with her, and she was already my therapist, but she didn't know about that part. So we had to bring it to the table. So being that she already had an established relationship with me, she was my buddy. But I'm going to be honest, I didn't always call her. Yeah. I didn't. I mean, I was supposed to, but I didn't.
Wow. Oh, gosh. Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate you sharing that, because I know it's going to help a lot of women in being transparent. And so how do you go about it whenever you do have like foodie, because you do take on a lot of like foodie experiences? Yes. How do you navigate that? And what does that look like?
So here's my thing. It's so funny because people are like, how do you maintain your weight, but you're always eating, you're constantly eating? Yes, but I'm grazing. Okay. So what I do is, so when I am presented with a lot of food a lot of times. Yeah. So I taste everything. That's my rule. I taste everything because I want to be able to give my followers and my loved ones an honest opinion. Yeah. So I taste every single thing. Period. And that's it. Usually I'm done. And then they call me like I'm the queen of to-go orders, because I'm always like, okay, I really like this. I want that. I want to take that to go because I'm going to eat some more later and tomorrow and the next day.
And that's the good thing to tell yourself too. There's more for tomorrow.
Yes, there's always more. Yeah. So I don't have to overindulge. As long as I taste it enough to give people an honest opinion, I'm satisfied. And then I know I can take it home. Now dessert, I overindulge. I will sit there and I will eat more than I should, but it's just dessert. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. Dessert doesn't count.
Awesome. That's good to know. I didn't even think of to go. And you know what's crazy? Yeah. I helped our Blissful Bites. I want to say the whole name so you guys know it by the username, with an event. And she had to go boxes on deck. She was like, oh girl, I bring to go boxes everywhere I go. I was like, so funny. I was like, okay. She's like, you want something to go? I'm like, yeah, give me a box. So we like took little, like, they had like small bites and stuff. But I was like, she literally literally had them there. Like she orders her own to-go boxes. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I didn't even think of the to-go. I'm not a foodie, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But
So usually we'll do, my son is big. He's like, Mommy, can they box this up for me?
yeah.
Yes, sir, they can. Absolutely. So he even knows the drill. Like,
Yeah.
because I don't want him to overindulge either. I want to train him so he doesn't do what I did. So I always want him to be able to have a comfortable relationship with food. Yeah.
That's so good.
So I'm like, there's always more.
Yes, it's always, that's what me too, because sometimes I overeat. But for me, I feel like I've always been thicker. My weight has always fluctuated. So I'm like, I'm okay being a little bit bigger, and I'm okay when I'm like super fit. Like I have my seasons, and that's not the case for everybody. And that's okay. But for me, I'm just kind of like, I overeat, but I have to remind myself like, there's more for tomorrow, girl.
Yes.
You know, it's okay. Sometimes I don't, but it's okay.
Same.
I did have one more question on this topic, how it's affecting your body now, because my mom hasn't really got that checked out, but she does have like troubles digesting certain things, and her digestive system's all like messed up. She gets bloated easily depending on certain foods that she eats, but I think it ties back to because she used to do that, and also like the way her teeth kind of like, I don't want to say decayed, but like she has a great smile. My mom has all her teeth, but it's just the way, I know I've heard that it like messes up your
the erosion.
teeth. Yeah.
Yes. I was at the dentist this morning.
Okay. So you're on top of everything.
For that very reason.
Okay.
So all of the acid, it's like 10 years of just acid coming up. So my entire esophagus lining it's like shredded.
Wow.
My teeth is so much acid. I'm definitely going to have to get veneers. So like come a couple months from now, y'all going to see a brand new smile. Okay. I'm excited.
We love that.
So that's a plus. We're winning. And then basically the acid in my stomach acidity is just to the point, it's super, super high. And then my iron levels are very low. It's just constant. And my body, because it was taught by me to reject food, and to throw up food for so long, that's the natural occurrence that it does. So there have been times that I've gone 2 weeks without eating, trying to eat, but my stomach will automatically reject it because I taught it that back in the day. So now, even though I'm literally crying, wanting to eat, wanting to consume food and nutrients, it's like, no, ma'am, you're not going to do that.
Wow.
And I end up in the hospital because I haven't eaten for 16 days and I can't even hold down ice. So it's really bad. That's why I'm like, if I can share my story with anybody, if I can help one girl out there or boy, you know, either, then it'll be worth it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want anybody to go through that.
Thank you. I love you for that. Thank you. And I know they're going to love watching this because there's probably somebody out there that is kind of going through the same thing. And like, what was the first step besides therapy? Like, is there like a specific doctor that you seeked or that they like recommended you to?
So what my actual therapist recommended me to a gastroenterologist. And so that's who I was able to see. And I went through 3. I had 2 males, and then my final was a female who I felt comfortable with. And you just have to do your own research and find the doctor that you just kind of vibe with.
Yeah.
And I vibed with this beautiful Indian lady, and she's so sweet. And she sat with me and got to the root of it. And she actually worked with my psychiatrist in a treatment plan for me.
Wow.
So that was a beautiful moment. My whole family was able to kind of exhale.
Yay.
And that was good. So I'm still in treatment. Like, I'm still not doing 100%. Like, trust me, I'm still suffering and working through it. But it's a process. And at least now, I'm on the right track.
Yeah. And I applaud you for that and taking initiative to like prioritize your health, because some people either they don't want to come to they don't want to be honest with themselves about it. And it could be a lot worse, So I applaud you for taking, charge of your life and of your health and just doing good.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to move on to another segment.
Okay.
It's called Leave a Message at the Beep.
Oh.
Where the guest before you left you a message. Okay. And then you're going to get to hear it. And then you're going to get to leave a message for the next guest. And then it just keeps going.
That's so fun. Okay.
So the guest that was on before you, her name is Desiree. She is the founder of Let's Vamonos Network, she kind of has like her own talk show as well. So this is her.
Hey, amiga, I'm just here to let you know that even if you mess up, even if you fail, don't stop. Keep on pushing and just follow through with what you had told everybody that you were going to do, because you know what? Nobody knows the plan but you. All right, see you later. Bye.
Oh, I love it.
We are here and we're gonna start building a bouquet with Imani. Is this your first time?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So, like I like to tell everybody, the owner, her name's Evie, and she likes for us to know that there's no wrong way of building a bouquet. So we're just gonna have fun with it.
Wonderful.
Yes. So we're gonna start here. You're gonna get to choose the paper that you want. I'm gonna start it off for you over here. And we are going to pick the flowers you want. They always say to start here with the greenery. So you're gonna start with like let's see, a big one. Let's do this one. So you always start here and then you build.
Oh,
you
so you build around it.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, what do you think?
I'm a pink girl.
Yes. Let's do a couple of the...
Oh, look how beautiful.
Oh my
There you go.
gosh.
While you're picking those out, I'm gonna have some questions for you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so being that you're a mom and you are a founder and you attend all these events and
Too many.
how do you find the time to manage everything?
Espresso.
Oh, that's a good one.
Espresso. It's so funny. People ask me like, "What's your secret?" Because they think I have a clone because I'm always at like 10 events every night and I'm doing those. And I'm like, no, it's literally just antidepressants and espresso.
Oh my gosh.
But honestly, how do I manage? I think making sure work-life balance. Everybody says it like it's so easy. It's not easy, and I'm still working at it. But I believe that taking that time specifically set aside apart for yourself and your family and your loved ones, that's what keeps me going, and that's my support system. So as long as I have that time every week with my family and my loved ones, I can just kind of propel and just get the work done. And espresso.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you have to have the espresso.
Yes.
I'm so happy to hear that you're family oriented.
Oh, so much.
Yes.
So much. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my family.
I love that.
Okay.
So
I think I want to put one of those big pink babies. Yes. And you know what, guys? I just want to say, my son has his first crush at school. So this bouquet is actually going to go home to him to bring to her tomorrow at school.
Oh my gosh, love that. What grade is he in?
He's in the 3rd grade.
Oh my gosh, he's a baby.
Yes. He's like, Mommy, I have a crush. I want to give her a gift.
Oh.
So
This is the perfect gift.
yeah, he brought her yellow sunflowers last week. So this week, this bouquet, so I'm making it like all pink and pretty for
Yay.
her. So
oh, he's gonna be happy too.
I'm so excited. This is like mother-in-law life.
So cute.
She's beautiful.
Okay, good.
Oh, I feel like I won a pageant.
Give us the wave. Give us the wave. I also have another surprise for you.
Okay.
So this season we are partnering up with a couple of local businesses, and they donated some of their services, gift cards, and products.
Oh.
So I got some stuff for you.
Oh my gosh.
I had to hide it here. I had to hide it here. So we have a candle for you. It's from Scents by Alma. She's a local, she does like pop-up markets and stuff like that.
Yes.
And she does homemade candles. So it smells really, really good. And then in here, we have some earrings for you.
Oh my gosh.
And a gift card from the Glamour House where you'll get some pampering services from her. It's in here. And just some gift cards and some cute things that are all in here for you.
You're the best. Thank you.
Yes, I wanted to highlight this one because this one was only given to one guest this season. Her business is called Skin by Kim. She's a local esthetician here in the Houston area, so you got a free $150 gift card.
Stop it.
Yes, to get services with her. And she's actually one of my really good friends, so I'm really excited for you to go.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Yes.
I need that.
So you're You're gonna love her. She's awesome.
If she's a
so
friend
great.
of yours, I know I'm
Yes,
gonna
she's so sweet. And then there's a couple other gift cards and earrings and good stuff in here for you.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
I hope you enjoy it, and I want to hear all about it once
Oh,
you
you
go
know, I'm tagging all of y'all in it.
But yes, that's just to highlight those local businesses and brands
Definitely.
that are partnering up with us. Like that's one of the biggest goals here is, of course, giving women their flowers, and also just building community
And supporting each
supporting
other.
each other.
Yes.
So shout out to them. But yeah, that's
Thank you
yes.
so much.
Thank you for coming
Oh my
on.
God. Thank you.
Let us know where we can find you, and we already told us what's to come, but tell us where we can find you.
So you can find me on Instagram at the Imani Experience or the Imani Group, and also on the old-fashioned internet at ImaniGuillory.com.
Ooh, she got her own website. Love that. Thank you guys. This concludes our episode, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.